Good morning. It is my privilege to welcome our esteemed guest, Congresswoman Susan Brooks. Congresswoman Brooks is an American politician who has been the United States representative for Indiana's 5th Congressional District since just this year. Before serving on Congress, Congresswoman Brooks was the United States Attorney for the United States District Court for the Southern District of Indiana from 2001 to 2007. Today, Congresswoman Brooks is here to present our very own Jimmy Wang with one of the most prestigious recognitions a high school student of the United States can receive. Please help me welcome Congresswoman Brooks.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Great to be here. It's a beautiful day. I am the representative for what's called the 5th Congressional District, which is Indianapolis, all of Hamilton County, Zionsville, all the way up to Marion, Indiana. I am a new member. Are there any freshmen here, out of curiosity? Okay. I am a freshman member of Congress. And as a freshman member of Congress, I was sworn in on January 3rd. I had never run for office before. And one of my favorite things about being a member of Congress is visiting with young people, celebrating their accomplishments, talking about the wonderful things that are going on in my 5th district. There are 435 members of Congress in the House of Representatives, and I have learned, and I didn't know this, I've been on what's called the Education and Workforce Subcommittee, but there are 2 students chosen from each state to receive this very special award that I am about to give Jimmy Wang. I am on education and workforce because we are very focused on trying to make sure that young Americans get the absolute best education possible. And I've gotten a very quick tour of university, and you are very, very fortunate to attend a school like this. I actually have happened to have a long-time friendship with one of your teachers, Wes Priest, and I was reading about your incredible January term and the Constructables project, or the initiative that you have here, and trying to give you all, which I think this school does more than most other schools in the country, give you a great understanding, an idea of what your future could be, and letting you test and letting you experiment and letting you find what different professions and careers you might go into. A lot of schools don't do that. In fact, most schools don't do that. And so a lot of young people go through high school and then they go through college, and believe it or not, they come out of college and still don't know what they want to do. And what I love about this school is that they're giving you that opportunity to ask those questions and to explore, and then to even take time off in January and learn about so many different professions and careers. And so that's really what kind of brought my attention to this school. Even though I live in Carmel and drive past it all the time, I've never had the opportunity to come here and to see it and to visit with you. And then when I learned not too long ago about one of your fellow classmates, I'm just honored to if I could have Jimmy Wang come up, I want to have him up here as I read what I'm about to tell you what we did for him. Where is Jimmy? Your teacher, Derek Thomas, is he here? Have any of you ever watched C-SPAN? If you've ever watched C-SPAN, on C-SPAN, proceedings in the House of Representatives and the floor of Congress, the proceedings, whether they're hearings or whether what is happening on the floor where we take votes, happens in the U.S. Capitol. And we have an opportunity to share into what is called the congressional record, accomplishments of people in our districts or of different organizations. And the congressional record has been kept, really since the beginning of Congress. And it is how we pass on to future generations what has happened in this country and what really the accomplishments of individuals in our country, but also the congressional record, if you ever look, will tell you what happens in the halls of Congress. And I'm very honored to be sharing with you something that my office did on behalf of these 2 individuals, and it is congratulating the presidential scholars. And so I entered this into the congressional record, and it says this. And it was done on Wednesday, May 8th, and so last week this was entered into the halls of Congress, into the congressional record. And so it's somewhat formal, but it's of Indiana. Mr. Speaker, and that's Mr. Boehner, I rise today to congratulate the 49th class of U.S. presidential scholars, composed of, listen to this, only 141 high school seniors in our country who have excelled in academics or the arts. I am especially proud that a student from my district, James Y. Wang, has been selected as one of 2 students from Indiana for this prestigious honor. These outstanding young people are selected by the White House Commission on Presidential Scholars as a result of their academic success, community service, leadership, and commitment to excellence. Each state will send a young man and a young woman to Washington, D.C. on June 16th, where they will receive a Presidential Scholar Medallion. This achievement is a wonderful reflection of the quality of academic instruction in my district and of the hard work and dedication of the students. And I want to congratulate not only Mr. Wang, but also University High School in Carmel, Indiana, and Derek Thomas, who has been recognized as an outstanding educator. Committee, I know how important it is to our nation's future to encourage academic excellence in high schools across the country. We must do everything we can to support our great educators and train a generation of students ready to succeed in a dynamic 21st century economy. The winners of this unique competition are an inspiration to their peers, to educators and parents throughout Indiana's 5th and across the nation. And so I congratulate you, and I am so very proud of you. And if we could please just give another hand, round of applause. Excelled in theater here, as I understand. I understand his mom is here. Yes, his mother is here. Let's give a hand to his mom. He is going on to Washington University in St. Louis in the fall with even more scholarship and more prestige. And he is the type of young person that all of you should aspire to. It's an incredible honor for Indiana. But I have to tell you, he had to tell in this nomination process, an incredibly competitive process, who the educator was who most influenced him. And it was his English teacher, Mr. Thomas. University of Chicago, and you all are just incredibly blessed to have these kind of educators and this type of school, and you can know that one of your classmates is a presidential scholar. It's a very big deal in this country, and I'm honored to be representing all of you and look forward to maybe someday turning over my role as a U.S. member of Congress to one of you, or maybe Mr. Wang.